Hey guys, this is Maliha from the Site Blogger, and today I have a tool that I want to show you. It's called Podia, and Podia is actually really awesome. It's kind of like an all-in-one solution for small business owners. You can create a website, you can create online courses, you can sell digital downloadable products. You can also, with Podia's new-ish feature, start building an email list within Podia. So it's kind of like an all-in-one solution, like I was saying. Um, the email feature is the one that I will show you today because this is a sponsored video. So Podia sponsored me to show you how to use their email feature. Now I do want to say that Podia's email feature works best when it's used with Podia's other features like Podia's website, Podia's products, etc. Now, if you want to use Podia email with external tools, so for example, if you're like me and if you have your website on WordPress, if you sell your products on WordPress, then you will find Podia email to be somewhat limiting because best um, a lot of Podia email's best and most powerful features work best with Podia's other products, like Podia's website, like Podia's courses, or like Podia's products. So, because of that, if you're not already a Podia customer, or if you have your business set up elsewhere, then you might find Podia email to be somewhat lacking. But if you do use Podia, or if you're someone who's just starting out, and if you're thinking, okay, WordPress is too daunting or too much of a learning curve, and you want something simpler, then Podia is Podia can be an option for you, and it can be that all-in-one solution for you if you want. So, with that said, let's look at Podia email. Now, I have already set up some of the basic things like my mailing address and all that. So when you first go to Podia, if you create a Podia account, by the way, it's free to start, and then based on your needs, depending on what you are using Podia for, you can upgrade to a paid account. Podia email is free up to 100 subscribers, and all of Podia email's features are available to all free users as well. But if you have more than 100 subscribers, then you will need to start paying. With that said, when you have a Podia account, you can click, if you go to the dashboard, this is the dashboard by the way, this is my dashboard, and I can click email and then broadcast or campaigns, doesn't matter what. The first thing it will ask you is to give your mailing address. Now, I have already set that up, so it's now showing me the next page, which is it's asking me to send a broadcast or start a campaign. So here's the thing. First thing that you need to do is to gather or collect subscribers. And to do that, you will need a form. So before you send a broadcast or start a campaign, you'll have to set up a form. Now, if you have your website on Podia, then you can go to Site, and then you can click Edit Site. Now, I was playing around with Podia earlier, and I already created this page. Now, if you are coming here for the first time, Podia will actually ask you what kind of website you want to create, and it gives you a few options, few color schemes, for example, and all of these are, by the way, customizable, so it doesn't really matter which one you choose, but it gives you several options, like do you want to build an email opt-in landing page or something like that, or do you want to build a website? So choose whichever one you're trying to do. Now I chose email landing page because I was testing this thing. And it's actually really intuitive, and I don't have the time to show you everything or show you how to build a site and all of that. So I will leave it up to you to figure that out on your own. Um, like I said, it's pretty intuitive. It's simple. Podia is actually one of the easiest platforms that I have used, and I only used it for the past hour or so, and it's really simple. I already know more or less how to use this platform just within the past hour. That's how intuitive and simple it is, while also being extremely powerful. So I'm actually liking this platform quite a bit. Um, so anyway, this is what a very simple email capture or email opt-in form looks like. You can customize it, you can click design, and you can play around with colors, fonts, and structures, and you can click each one of them and play around to see uh, what what does what, basically. But yeah, this is a form. Now here's the thing. When you click on this form, it opens up some more options for your form. So you can choose. So if you on the left side, if you follow my cursor, you can choose image, title, text, etc., etc. The one thing that I want to show you is at the very bottom, um, tag subscribers. And tagging is really powerful on Podia because using a tag, you can actually create powerful segmentation. So, for example, to create a tag, you can choose from one of the available tags. So I already have one tag available. It's called embedded. But you can also create a tag right here. You can just give it a name. So let's say test one. Let's say that's a tag. So if you do that, when you publish this page, test one will be one of the tags. Um, it also has another tag already attached to it, email form. So you can either leave it there or you can click the cross sign to get rid of it if you only want test one. Um, so hold on, actually, um, it may require me to create a tag first. So let's see what happens when I publish it. If it doesn't create a tag called test1, then we can create a tag and then we'll come back here and apply it here. So let's go ahead and publish it. Taking a second for some reason, or more than a second. Maybe it's my internet. All right, so looks like it's done. And to see whether it created a tag or not, I can go to Audience, the Audience tab on my dashboard, and then click Tags. And no, looks like it didn't create the tag. So looks like I was wrong and I actually have to create a tag before I can apply the tag to a form. So I will go ahead and click New Tag and let's call it Test1, Create Tag. And then I will go back to my site. Then I will click the form, scroll down, and there it is. I can see Test1 now. So I will click Test1 to apply it. And then I will click Publish once again and done. So creating these tags helps you create segments. So let's say that you use that form to collect subscribers and you want to offer something very specific to subscribers, that only to the subscribers who use that specific form. So to do that, you can click email and then campaigns. These campaigns are basically automations. So you can set up an automation, you can set up a campaign, and every time someone subscribes using that specific form, they will start getting this campaign or the emails within this campaign. So to do that, click Start Campaign. And then this is your campaign. Now you can use multiple campaigns, by the way. You can create as many campaigns as you want. So this is a campaign, and simply, follow the prompts. It's asking for a name, so you can call it something like Test 1 campaign, so you know what it is. It's for people who are tagged as Test 1 using that specific form. And then form your name. This is the name they will see. This is from you. And then email. So if you haven't set up a custom email, Podia actually uses its own email. And you can go and you can set a custom email if you want. I'm not going to do that right now. But if you have not set up a custom email, then Podia will use its own email, and then it will simply, so whenever, if a subscriber, for example, replies to your email, what Podia will do is it will send that email to the email address that you used to create your Podia account. All right. And then entrance condition. So here is the condition part. This is the powerful thing. So you can use this condition to choose who gets this campaign, who gets added to this campaign. So when you click it, you will see some options. So added to audience, exits another campaign, joins community, signs up for product. So if you use Podia to sell a product, or if you have a community on Podia, then you can use these conditions. But for now, for this tutorial, we're going to use tag. So tagged with, and then we will choose test 1, the one that we just created, and then we will click apply. So if you create a condition like that, then this campaign will only go to people with who are tagged test 1. If you want this campaign to go to all of your audience, then you can do something like add to audience, get rid of tagged, and basically all of your audience will start getting this campaign. But that's not what we want. We want to send it to only test 1. So we'll get rid of the other one and leave it to test 1 tagged. And this is showing enter 0 subscribers that already meet your entrance condition. Now, this is a brand new Podia account. I don't have any subscribers, so obviously it's showing 0 subscribers. And you have some exit conditions as well. So if you click it, it gives you some exit conditions. So if someone joins a community, they exit this campaign, signs up for a product or tagged with, or if you don't want to click any of that, you can just leave it to the the default ones, which is receives the final email in this campaign, or unsubscribes, obviously. And then at the very end, you have emails. So this is where you click new email to start adding emails to your campaign. So if I click it, new email. Oops, sorry, I accidentally chose a template. So click new email. And then this is your email. And you have something like, okay, delay, like when does one get the first email? So let's say that I want people to get the first email, let's say right away, as soon as someone subscribes to that form with tag test 1. So do 0, or if you want to send it the next day, then do 1. And that's how you can kind of set it up. 1 days, 2 days, or 1 days, whatever you want. And then give it a subject that is not hello world, something like welcome to my email list, or whatever it is. This is just a test, so this is dummy. Preview text, you can choose something, you can write something, and then Podia has these templates available for your campaign, and you can choose one of them or choose blank, whichever one you want. So let's say we choose this one. And here's what I love about Podia. So earlier when I was testing this thing out, it only took me seconds to figure out how to customize these things. These are super intuitive. Whenever you click something on the right side, you see a bunch of options and you can read them on your own time, play around with them. But essentially, you can um, change the colors, you can change link colors, you can change gaps, alignments, paddings, etc., etc. And if you want to start customizing the text, all you have to do is just, place your cursor wherever you want and start typing, and boom. That's how you change everything. And then when you're done, you can send a test message to yourself, and then click done, or you can also, when you click this, you can choose to add a new email, which will add a second email to your campaign, and then you can choose, delay, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, whatever you want, maybe 2 days, that's fine. And then similarly, you can start, creating your email the same way that you did the other one. And when you're done, simply click done. Click finish later. And when you click finish later, it takes you back to your campaign page. And here you can select done and then click run. And that gives you like a heads up that your campaign will send 3 emails over 3 days, and you can click run campaign, or if you are not ready, then click don't run and you can come back and finish later. So basically that's how you create a campaign or an automation. Basically, I use ConvertKit, and in ConvertKit this is known as a sequence. So in Podia language, this is a campaign. So that's how you create a campaign, and it's super easy. And to create a broadcast is basically a newsletter. So if you're just sending your weekly newsletter, click email, click broadcasts, and then you can click add broadcast or new broadcast. And the broadcast is very similar to creating a campaign. You just have to name your broadcast, say broadcast 1. That's, I'm assuming, for internal purpose only, for you to know which broadcast it is. So you can call it something that makes sense to you. And then subject line, obviously, subject lines are very important. It's what your recipients will see. So add a subject line, preview text if you want to, and then come down here and choose a starting point. So previous emails or pre-made templates. If you want to use one of the pre-made templates, click pre-made templates, and you can choose one of the templates here. And it's exactly the same as those campaigns that I showed you. Pick whichever one you want, and then it's super easy to start customizing these things. If you, whatever you want to customize, for example, if you want to change this image, just click it, and if you want to remove it, just click the cross sign, and then you'll be able to upload a new image. So choose image, and that will prompt you to choose an image from your computer. When you're done, I can't really select send here because I don't have any subscriber, like I have 0 subscriber. But once you start, getting new subscribers, you should be able to send this broadcast or this newsletter to your subscribers. So that's it. That's how easy it is. Podia is actually one of the most intuitive and easy to use email platform or email marketing platform that I have tried so far, and trust me, I've tried quite a few. I personally love ConvertKit, and ConvertKit is the one that I use. And I found ConvertKit to be very user friendly, and I think Podia is somehow even more user friendly than ConvertKit. The only problem, the only con I would say for me, as far as Podia email is concerned, is that it's best used when you use it with other Podia products. So if you have your website on Podia, if you have your products on Podia, then all of this makes sense and it's great. But if you don't have your website on Podia, then you run into some limitations. So for example, if you want to embed um, a Podia email form, an opt-in form on, say, your WordPress website, then you don't have a whole lot of option. All you can do is go to broadcast or campaign, doesn't matter. Click the three dots here and then click embed email form. And that allows you to grab the embed code, but it doesn't allow you to add tag with that embed form, which means that you're kind of limited to um, how much segmentation you can use. So if you use Podia email form outside of Podia, basically you won't be able to segment your audience. And the segmentation only works if you're using other Podia products like Podia website, Podia online course, Podia downloadables, etc., etc. So that's a big um, con for me and for those who do not use Podia as their main business platform. But if you're someone who's just starting out and if you start with Podia, then Podia email makes perfect sense. And I wouldn't even ask you to use anything else, to be honest with you. Just use Podia email. If you have your website on Podia, if you have your products on Podia, then simply use Podia email to build your email list, and it will give you really powerful segmentation powers and audience building powers. And basically, it's great as long as your whole business is on Podia. So that's it. That's the tutorial, and hopefully it will be useful to you if you're using Podia. And that concludes today's video. Bye.